are not alone. Nobody said it would be easy. You won't have support. There won't be anyone cheering at every practice. Nobody is going to hold your hand. And you won't have the luxuries that they do. But you can take pride in everything that you do. Let it fuel you. Make your fight your mission. Because when you finally put your hand on that wall,
Not wake up that 2-year-old.
Aaliyah, you're in the midst of a pretty amazing year. Before we talk about your Grand Prix performances tonight, let's go back to Worlds and tying the world record, being the first Black woman to win a World Championship gold medal, and then on top of that, what this meant for Jamaica having their first world champion. Go back to that year for us and talk to us about how you're taking all of that in.
It was pretty surreal because for me, earlier that year wasn't that great because I had Commonwealth and all the expectations I had didn't really equal to what's happened. So that was a low point in my career. But to have about 6 months later, have it all turn around and have the high point as well with the world record and everything else was truly remarkable. But for Jamaica, it was something different because they've never had somebody outside of track succeed that well in a sport. So to have a world record and then to have a world title on top of that and to show that it's not just Jamaica but it's people of color everywhere from all the African nations and the minorities all over, it was something bigger than myself. So I appreciated that.
What do you attribute to that change from going from having a low to one of the highest highs? What was the difference in that?
I want to say it's my confidence, but confidence was pretty high coming into Commonwealth, and it basically took my entire support staff, my family and my coach to say, you know what, you can still turn it around. Even if you stop right here, this is what people would remember you for, not everything that you've done so far, but is failing at this moment in your time. So you are better than this and you can turn it around. So it was that kind of idea that I had in the months coming up. So the World Cups came on and I just got better and better as it went on.
Now, how has your country congratulated you since? Has there been any sort of special festivities? What's been going on?
They had in January. I went down and it was about 2 weeks that I was just non-stop from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. I was out on the road doing different video stuff, charity stuff, school appearances, and it was cool because there are swimmers, there's people coming up to me and say, you know what, I don't know how to swim, but because of you and everything that you've done, I think I want to try it. I want to bring down that stereotype, that percentage that we can't swim. And to have that and to know that I'm an effect on people was truly cool. And I have swimmers saying, you know what, I'm a swimmer, and they're happy to be a swimmer, which we didn't have before. So all those different factors actually played in, and it was good.
Yeah, so great for the fastest brushstrokers in the world. If you had one bit of advice that you would offer to the young, not even just brushstrokers out there, but one thing that is what you focus on day in and day out, that one bit of advice that you think is what keeps you going, what would that be?
It would have to be the unknown, because my advice for them would be, if you have a dream, go for it no matter what, because you don't know what's going to happen, and it's the unknown that you're fighting for.
Thanks, Aaliyah. Congratulations on all your success.
Thank you.